People want to change everything and at the same time want it all to remain the same. If you want to see a rainbow, you have to learn to see the people are capable at any time in their lives of doing what they dream of. Be brave, take risks. Nothing can substitute. If you're brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello. When I had nothing to lose, I had everything. When I stopped being who I am, I found myself. If you think adventure is dangerous, try routine. It is lethal. It's the possibility of having a dream come true that makes life interesting. When someone leaves, it's because someone else is about to arrive. Don't give in to your fears. If you do, you won't be able to talk to your heart. Tears are words that need to be written. You must understand that love never keeps a man from pursuing his personal legend. If he abandons that pursuit, it's because it wasn't a true love. The love that speaks the language of the world. It takes huge effort to free yourself from memory. Waiting hurts, forgetting hurts. But not knowing which decision to take can sometimes be the most painful. Passion makes a person stop eating, sleeping, working, feeling at peace. A lot of people are frightened because when it appears, it demolishes all the old things it finds in its path. No one wants their life thrown into chaos. When we love, we always strive to become better than we are. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. The simple things are also the most extraordinary things, and only the wise can see them. But love is always new. Regardless of whether we love once, twice, or a dozen times in our life, we always face a brand new situation. Love can consign us to hell or to paradise, but it always takes us somewhere. We simply have to accept it, because it is what nourishes our existence. If we reject it, we die of hunger, because we lack the courage to stretch out a hand and pluck the fruit from the branches of the tree of life. We have to take love where we find it, even if that means hours, days, weeks of disappointment and sadness. The moment we begin to seek love, love begins to seek us and to save us. Paulo Coelho. By the River Piedra, I sat down and wept. Everything tells me that I am about to make a wrong decision, but making mistakes is just part of life. What does the world want of me? Does it want me to take no risks, to go back to where I came from, because I didn't have the courage to say yes to life? Everyone seems to have a clear idea of how other people should lead their lives, but none about his or her own. We are travelers on a cosmic journey, stardust, swirling and dancing in the eddies and whirlpools of infinity. Life is eternal. A child can teach an adult 3 things: to be happy for no reason, to always be busy with something, and to know how to demand with all his might that which he desires. Tell your heart that the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself, and that no heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of its dreams, because every second of the search is a second's encounter with God and with eternity. No matter what he does, every person on earth plays a central role in the history of the world. And normally he doesn't know it. Choosing a path meant having to miss out on others. She had a whole life to live, and she was always thinking that in the future she might regret the choices she made now. "I'm afraid of committing myself," she thought to herself. She wanted to follow all possible paths, and so ended up following none. Even in that most important area of her life, love, she had failed to commit herself. After her first romantic disappointment, she had never again given herself entirely. She feared pain, loss, and separation. These things were inevitable on the path to love, and the only way of avoiding them was by deciding not to take that path at all. In order not to, you had to renounce love. It was like putting out your own eyes not to see the bad things in life. When you find your path, you must not be afraid. You need to have sufficient courage to make mistakes. Disappointment, defeat, and despair are the tools God uses to show us the way. And when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. After all, what is happiness? Love, they tell me. But love doesn't bring and never has brought happiness. On the contrary, it's a constant state of anxiety, a battlefield. It's sleepless nights, asking ourselves all the time if we're doing the right thing. Real love is composed of ecstasy and agony. Intuition is really a sudden immersion of the soul into the universal current of life. Human beings can withstand a week without water, 2 weeks without food, many years of homelessness, but not loneliness. It is the worst of all tortures, the worst of all sufferings.